I think anybody with more preparation time will definitely be in a better position, especially for filmmaking. I would definitely advise people to spend more time preparing, but also there's such a thing as over-preparing, especially if you're making a film. So the best efforts would be actually put into really thinking of how to visually tell your story, and then secondly also how to access that kind of resources, be it the location, be it the setting, or rehearsing the actors. And if you do that properly and if you do that well enough, production, which is actually the fun part, is just a process. And then when you go into editing, it's really just to tidy up your story and actually present it to the audience. All films have something to say, be it an avant-garde film, be it a film about history, or a film about contemporary Singapore. Whatever film that you make, you have to speak to an audience. Your film will work if you engage an audience. So be it an avant-garde film, or science fiction or horror, when you engage the audience, you will have a film. How do I was going to say, you will know when your story is good enough when you win the contest. I think my advice is to actually tell the story to other people before shooting it and see their response. I mean, if people are saying, oh, I would like to watch that, oh, you're shooting something, oh, I'm keen to see that evolve. Yeah, maybe that's an interesting sign that it's a good story. Talk to people about the story, get their reactions. Obviously, if just by talking about your story and nobody gets interested, that says something about what you want to say. And if it's good reactions just based on you talking about it, most of the time, by the time you film it, it would be a good story. For a story to engage an audience, you really need the human condition, which is something that all successful stories have, which is to talk about us, talk about our problems, our troubles from a very personal point of view. In the first interview, I mentioned that the best stories are the simplest stories told through your own experiences. So I think those would be the good stories to tell, and those would be the easiest stories to tap on. Feature film budgets in Singapore have a wide range. There have been feature films that have been shot on 100,000 Singapore dollars. There have been feature films that have been shot on 1 million to 2 million Singapore dollars. There's really such a huge dynamic range. I would say that to people who want to make feature films, especially if you're not really professional and you're just starting out, always gauge your own value and your worth and start from there instead of working backwards. So it's really up to the individual to see how you want to build your budget, because basically budgeting is it's a form of resource. It's a form of resource management. So there have been films, as I've said, that have been shot pretty well, and they have done pretty well for itself and the filmmaker for very low budgets, like 100,000. There have been feature films that have been very expensive, that have also certain levels of production value, but because the budgets are so high, they don't make business sense. So sometimes it's really about the filmmaker and what you want to say and how you want to say it. The government has a lot of grants for budding filmmakers to actually tap on. They come in many shapes and sizes. The most popular would be the short film grant, which is just a small amount of money to actually get you going to make a short film. I would say that you have to be proactive to find these things, and they're all pretty much online. I think there are many ways and resources available for the filmmaker now in Singapore. My main suggestion is to get involved in the community. There are a lot of online forums where people come together to talk about stories, resources. You will meet people that are willing to be your cameraman, or you may meet people that that have a script and they're looking for somebody else to take it through the next step. And filmmaking is not really a lonely craft. Filmmaking is really about getting together and doing something that you believe in. So it's really about you getting involved at the community level, getting the resources, and basically working with like-minded people.